What is going on, folks? My name is Spice, this is Spice Can't Fish, and today I've got another unboxing for you guys. So, today is actually Christmas. It's December 25th when I'm filming this. By the time you guys have seen this video, it's probably a month or two later. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to edit this or put it up, but it's probably going to take a while, so you guys aren't going to see this for a little bit. But yeah, today's Christmas. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in Colorado, but I just got off the phone with my parents and my brother. We all opened presents together over Zoom just because I couldn't be home to do it. They got me a whole bunch of really nice stuff. They got me a reel handle, some new clothes and stuff like that. And my brother was actually nice enough to hook it up with one of these. So this, hang on, there we go. This is a mystery tackle box Motherlode box. This is their, I guess, most expensive mystery box they sell. I've never opened one of these before. I've seen a lot of videos on them. Most people have already done a video on these, but I personally have not. It seems like for whatever reason, every single year I get a mystery tackle box from someone for Christmas. So I figured we'd just do a quick unboxing of this and see what it comes with. Now, like I said, this is a mystery box, so I have no idea what comes in this. This is box number 283. So you guys have got box 283. You probably know what's coming in this, but I personally have no idea. But yeah, this is apparently a great deal. It's an $80 value. I don't know exactly how much these go for. I'm assuming probably like 50 or 60 bucks, something like that. But yeah, I figured we'd do a quick little unboxing of this box, see what comes inside of it. I'll give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions. Y'all know that I'm not the absolute biggest mystery tackle box fan. I do like mystery tackle box. I think they're alright. I just personally think they're better subscription boxes on the market. Big shout out to my little brother for buying this for me. I really appreciate it, Miles, if you're watching this. I don't know why you would be, but in the event that you are, I really appreciate you sending me all these baits. I'm super excited to see what comes in the box. But yeah, I'm going to get y'all set up on my desk, and we're going to crack into this box. It says there should be about 11 to 15 items in here, so it should be a nice little unboxing for you guys. So first up, we got a Lucky Craft. This is the Moon Salt. So it's just kind of like a medium diving crankbait. This looks pretty good. It's a little chartreuse blue. I don't really throw chartreuse pretty much ever. It's not really a color that I throw a lot around here. We usually fish pretty clear, pretty shallow water. So A, deeper diving crankbaits don't get a lot of love from me, and B, I just usually tend to fish more of like a white or like a bluegill style crankbait. But it's never a bad thing to have some more chartreuse in there. It's just a good little, again, dirty watercolor. It's probably not something that I'll pick up a whole lot, but Lucky Craft makes some good crankbaits. I like their little square bills a whole lot, so definitely a decent little bait. Okay, next up out of the box, we have a Googan Squad Junior Scout. So this is the smaller version of their jerkbait. I don't know what color this is. Pearl Bone. Just kind of like an all-white jerkbait with kind of like a more of an off-white belly. Looks fine, I guess. I don't really throw jerkbaits a whole lot. Kind of a cool color. Not the most natural thing in the world. It's just like a completely white jerkbait, but should get bit anywhere there's like some small shad or something like that. Again, not really something that I throw a whole lot of. We don't have a lot of water that we can throw a jerkbait in around here. This one does dive to 3 to 5 feet, so it is a little bit more shallow than your average jerkbait. It usually goes down to like 4 to 6, but regardless, we just tend to have a lot of grass out here, and I don't notice that a jerkbait works super well around that stuff. Plus, we mostly have bluegill around here, bluegill and crappie, so these fish aren't really keyed in on white presentations. They don't seem to like them as much as they tend to like bluegill and more natural, like bait fish kind of colors. If you live somewhere with a lot of shad or bait fish or something in it, this would probably work better for you than it will for me. But yeah, never a bad thing to have an extra jerkbait sitting around, I guess. Alright, let's see what's up next off the list. This thing, I believe. This is a Castaic Baits Backstabber series Lipless Stabber. It's their Lipless crankbait. That's kind of interesting. It has hooks in a little bit of a different placement. So instead of having the 2 hooks along the bottom, it has one in the back where you would normally have one on a Lipless crankbait, and then has another one on the top. I could see these hooks getting kind of tangled together and having not as great of a hookup ratio like they are on the package right now, but kind of an interesting idea. I've got a couple of baits that have hooks in weird places. They seem like they don't get hung up as much, which is nice, but I also feel like I don't get as good of a hookup ratio a lot of the time if they tend to move the hooks around. I don't know what color this is, like a sexy shad or a citrus shad, something like that. Just got like a blue back, chartreuse stripe, and a white belly. Again, another shad style bait. I don't have a lot of shad around here. Probably won't throw this all that much, but I'm sure we might be able to find a use for it at some point. Next up, we got an Baits Xb1. This is their square bill. I don't know a whole lot about Baits' hard baits. I've used some of their soft baits before. Just haven't gotten a chance to use any of their hard baits. Just looks kind of like an average square bill. Looks pretty good. Color's pretty lifelike. Very natural, like transparent shad color. What's this called? Blushing shad. So it's just kind of like a natural brown back, like a whitish clear belly, and then like a almost has like a pinkish or reddish stripe that goes down the side. Really interesting bait. Really cool looking color. Again, if you live somewhere with more shad in it, this will probably work better for you than it will for me. But again, I love throwing square bills. I didn't throw them all that much this year, but it is something that I do really enjoy. I love shallow fishing of all kinds, so it's always fun to throw a square bill, and that one looks like a decent one to add to the little arsenal right there. Okay, well, this should get interesting. Next up, we have a Thunderhawk Lures Buzz Toad, which is a buzzbait, kind of, I guess. It's really weird. It's like a buzzbait that doesn't come with a hook on it, but it comes with a hook. I don't know. I might have to take this one out of the package to look at it a little bit more. Well, that's kind of weird. It's like half a buzzbait. Comes with a little an EWG hook. I assume you can also use your own hook on it. So it seems like the idea is you take this flat frog-looking deal. You rig it up on the EWG hook that comes in here, which is a gaff of an EWG hook, might I say. That is a thick hook. And then you, I guess, rig the eye of the hook through that little clip at the end, and then it's a buzzbait. It's kind of an interesting idea. I don't really see the purpose of having a buzzbait in 4 pieces or 3 pieces, but I mean, it's cool, I guess. It doesn't come with a skirt on it, so if you like buzzbaits with a skirt, this is probably not going to be your deal. It's nice that you can change out the hook, I guess, if your hook gets dull, but yeah, I don't know. It just looks kind of like a gimmicky product to me. It's a 1/4 ounce bait, so a little bit light. The color is olive head green pumpkin tinfoil frog. So I'm assuming that head is talking about that little piece of lead down there. And then green pumpkin tinfoil is, I assume, the color of the plastic. I don't know. It's interesting, I guess. It's interesting. We'll just say that. I would never pick one up in a store. It might have to be something that I have to play around with. I just don't really see the purpose of your buzzbait being in 3 parts. That's just me personally. I don't see the purpose of it not having a skirt. I don't always throw a buzzbait with a skirt. I know a lot of people like their buzzbaits without a skirt. They just run it with the plastic on the back. But I would at least like to have the buzzbait come with a skirt so I can put the skirt on if I want to, or, you know, take the skirt off if I need to. I don't know, kind of strange, kind of interesting. Might have to give it a shot maybe in the spring or summer or never. I don't know. All right, we're about halfway through the box. We got another Googan Squad product, which is obviously the focus of this box. I feel like all these boxes are kind of focused around the Craws products, and then everything else is just kind of filler stuff, which I'm sure y'all are probably slowly but surely figuring out. But yeah, we got a zinger. It's the Colorado #2 Woolen #4 3/8 ounce white spinnerbait. Don't throw spinnerbaits hardly at all. They're fine during the shad spawn, but we don't really have a lot of shad around here, so they're kind of useless for me. I usually pick a chatterbait if I'm picking something like that. I just find myself leaning towards chatterbait a little bit more. It's cool to have an extra spinnerbait, I guess. I don't have anything against the Googan Squad or their baits or anything. They're just not really my deal. It's fine, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it. It's a spinnerbait. It's the Googan Squad spinnerbait. It's fine. You guys let me know down in the comments section if you guys have had kind of a similar opinion or have had something similar happen to you. I've noticed just over the past couple of years, like I said, I've gotten a couple of mystery tackle boxes just for like Christmas or my birthday or something like that. And I always feel like they're really centered around the Googan Squad or like the Googan baits or something like that. And then pretty much everything else in the box just seems like it's kind of just random filler stuff from companies you've never heard of or stuff you'd never pick up yourself. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I feel like they're just really pushing their own product to try and make money, which I totally get. It's a business tactic. It makes sense for them to try and make more money and push their product as opposed to other products. But I don't know. I just feel like they would include a couple more things that I would even think of using. Let's see. Great. Next up, we got some Big Bite Baits Swimming Craws. These are pretty much the exact same thing as the NetBait Packet Craws. They have like a little air pocket in the middle. They're fine. They work. They're just little craws. I'm not really a huge fan of the air pocket in the middle. I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of like using the craw as a jig trailer. You just have like this big open pocket in the middle and plastic slides all around and kind of just ruins it. They're fine on a Texas rig. They stand up on a Texas rig, which is kind of nice. They're just not really my favorite craws. They're great. Big Bite Baits stuff usually is pretty solid if you're on like a budget or something like that. I used to use Big Bite Baits a whole lot more than I do now. They're just great on budget. They have some interesting colors, interesting profiles, but just as I've grown more as a fisherman, I tend to use them less and less. I believe this color is like bluegill or tilapia or something. I'm not really sure. It's like a dark green pumpkin with some blue and purple flake in it. Again, just a great bluegill, crawfish, natural forage imitator. It's not really anything special, anything interesting. These are probably one of the better budget craws that you can find on the market. Again, the Packer Craw is a good one. Yum makes a good one. There's a few other ones that a few other companies make, but just personally for me, I don't find myself fishing a lot of that budget stuff anymore, just because I don't have to, thankfully. Okay, then we got a 2-pack of some hooks. They are, I guess, EWG hooks. They say tube hooks on them, but they're EWG hooks. Some Mustad hooks, 4/0, little 2-pack that'll last me 1 day. So that's the other thing that I don't like is, like, why are you giving me 2 hooks? What is 2 hooks going to do for me? I'm going to go fishing for an hour and a half, break off twice, and then not be able to go fish with the rest of these soft plastics. Like, it would kill you to put a pack of 6 hooks in or something like that. And they used to do that. They used to give you actual full packs of stuff. But I've noticed over the years they tend to skimp out on things when they can. So you get 2 packs of hooks instead of 4, 5, 6 packs. You get like 4 packs of craws, like little sample packs of craws instead of full packs of craws. And again, I feel like all that's more just to push their stuff as opposed to, you know, giving you stuff that you can actually use. Okay, we got 3 more things in here? 3 more things in here. Great. So we have got, oh, these are next. We got some of these. These are the Perfection Lures pre-rigged Nico kits. They are in the color Pinky Tinky, which is just pink. Why? Why are you sending me pink worms? Why? I never get it. I don't fish with bubblegum worms. The only time I ever see somebody fish with bubblegum worms are if they're bed fishing or they're doing it for a challenge video. I'm sure someone catches fish on them, but like, if you're fishing a finesse bait, like a Nico rig or something like that, wouldn't you want your worms to be as natural as possible? Why are you sending them to me in some stupid lip gloss color? But yeah, they're pre-rigged Nikos, so they come with a nail weight in the head. They come with a split ring on them, which I don't like. I don't even like the little O-rings on them. I feel like the more stuff you add to a presentation, especially a finesse presentation, the more of an issue you're going to run into. And at least in my experience, you tend to get the most natural action out of a bait with the least amount of hardware on it. So I try and be as natural as humanly possible most of the time. Although, to be honest, with this stupid colored worm, I really don't think it's going to matter that much. They also come with a size 1 hook on the back, which I think is way too big for a Nico rig. And they also come with a bonus weedless hook, which looks mediocre at best. They give you like a rigging and retrieving tutorial on the back, what they suggest, like line-wise, rod-wise, stuff like that. So that's kind of nice if you've never used a Nico rig before. And this is the first Nico rig that you've ever picked up. First of all, I apologize. There are 1,000,001 better Nico rig options that you can get out there. But second of all, they do actually give you a little tutorial. So you'll at least know that you're moving the bait the right way when you're not getting bit with these stupid worms. Okay, 2 more things in here. Would you guys like to guess how terrible they are? We have a Yozari Knuckle Bait, which is that spinner bait with the ball on it instead of a blade for whatever reason. I have had terrible luck on these things. I've never had a fish eat them. They roll on me. They don't sound very good in the water. They seem like they have a decent hook on them, and it's kind of a cool idea, I guess, but they don't work. They're not good baits. I don't know why they still make them. I don't know why they ever started selling them. They're not good. They should not be made. This one's also a 5/8 ounce, so it's really freaking heavy as far as spinner baits go. So unless I'm fishing in like 15 foot of water, I probably would never even think to break this thing out. And on top of that, it's a black and blue color, so it's probably about the least natural color that you could get on a spinnerbait, short of it being like pink and green or something like that. And last up out of the box, we have a company I've never heard of before, Roadside Minnows. It's a little 5-pack, I believe. Yeah, a little 5-pack of their Apex Minnow is what they call it. The RM Apex Minnow. Just like a very generic looking little swim bait with one of the most ridiculous colors I've ever seen on a swim bait. It's like a purple flake on the back and then like a silver flake on the bottom, and the whole thing is like a moderately hydrated pea yellow. I don't know. They're weird. They look kind of interesting. They could probably do well on a black and blue chatterbait in chocolate milk water where the fish isn't actually going to see the trailer. But I can't even, like, what is this supposed to look like? What kind of bait fish looks like this? You could have tried any bit harder. Like, literally any bit harder. But yeah, I am actually going to go run and grab my computer real quick. We're going to do some quick calculations, and we are going to figure out exactly how much this box was worth. I'm just personally curious. I just want to know if it is actually an $80 value, if they're just making this up. So we're going to check some prices real quick, and then I'm going to come back to you guys, let you guys know. And then I'm also going to let you guys know my honest thoughts and opinions on the baits, as well as just the box in general. Alright folks, so I have gotten around to doing some calculations, and I've gotten a good estimate of about what it would cost you if you were to buy every single one of these baits, just retail price. So we're looking for it to get over that $80 mark. Right around that $80 mark is really what we're looking for. I did advertise $80 worth of value in the box, so if we can get right around that $80 mark, I'll consider it not lying. And then I also went through and figured out like which baits I probably would pick up and which baits I probably wouldn't pick up. So we're gonna go over that as well. But real quick, we're gonna run through how much each thing costed. So these are going off of pretty much all Tackle Warehouse. There's a couple of things that I couldn't find on Tackle Warehouse, but for most of the stuff, it was all on Tackle Warehouse. So we're just going by their prices. So we're gonna start with the Googan Squad Scout. The Junior Scout was $10 or $9.99. The Moon Salt by Lucky Craft was a $12 crankbait. The Backstabber was about a $9 crankbait. The Baits Xb1, that square bill, was also a $9 crankbait. That Buzz Toad, the Thunderhawk topwater weird buzzbait thing, was $7. The Googan Squad Zinger was $6.50. Big Bite Bait Swimming Craw was $3. The EWG hooks, they sell them for $4 for a pack of 5. We only got a pack of 2, so I'm going to call that $1.60 because it actually adds out to about 80 cents a hook. So if we're just going off number of hooks, then we got about $1.60's worth of hooks. And then these last 3 really surprised me. That pre-rig Nico kit was $8.60, almost $9 for those 5 or 6 worms, however many there were. I think it was 5, but regardless, 5 or 6 worms for like $9, that's ridiculous. You go out to the store, buy a pack of Zoom Trick worms. You can go out, buy a bunch of split rings if you really wanted to, and go to the hardware store and buy a pack of nails for $1. That's like maybe $5 of investment, and you get probably 4 times as many worms at least. You'll have extra probably nails, split rings, stuff like that left over, but you'll at least have 3-4 times as many worms. The 3DB Knuckleball, that weird looking spinnerbait with the ball on it instead of the spinner blades, was $10. That was a $10 bait for whatever reason, although they are on sale in Tackle Warehouse right now for $6.50. So if for whatever reason you guys want to go check out the Knuckleball, it probably won't be on sale by the time you're seeing this video, but it probably will be on sale again because I doubt that nobody buys them. And then the last bait, the Roadside Minnows, the little Apex swim bait, that 5-pack of swim baits was $6.50. So that's more than $1 a swim bait. That's probably more expensive than Kitex, I think. And the overall total for the entire box was $83.20. So overall, we did get over that $80 price range for all of the items that were in the box. But what I also want to talk to you guys about is whether or not I would buy the item. So again, we're going to go down the list. I'm going to talk about whether or not I'd buy an item and why or why not. And then I guess we'll probably end out the video. So the Lucky Craft Moonsault, that like medium diving, like 8 to 10 foot diver crankbait, I would definitely buy. Looks like a great crankbait. Like I said, I love the Lucky Craft crankbaits. I think they make really good, really high quality stuff. So I would definitely buy one of those. Maybe not in that specific color, but I would definitely pick up one of those baits. The Googan Squad Junior Scout, I probably wouldn't pick up ever. I'm, again, not really a jerkbait fan, so I don't really pick up jerkbaits in general. And just personally, I'm not really a huge fan of a lot of the Googan Squad stuff. Nothing against the guys, again, just not really my cup of tea. Backstabber Lipless, I also would not pick up. Just doesn't look like a fantastic Lipless. Looks pretty cheap. I guess it's kind of nifty that they changed where the back hook was, but other than that, it doesn't really seem like it's anything special to me, so I probably wouldn't pick it up. And I also feel like those two hooks are, again, going to kind of mesh together and get all fouled up and stuff, and then I'll probably ruin the action of the bait as well. So just not really something that I'd want to throw. We got the Baits Xb1, which is another one that I would definitely pick up. It definitely looks like a great little square bill. Again, love shallow fishing, love square bill fishing. I have nothing wrong with baits. I think they make some pretty solid stuff. Again, haven't really got a chance to try their hard baits out, but it does look like a pretty natural, pretty good looking bait. I also really like that heavier, deeper thump to it that it has, as opposed to the normal like rattles that a normal crankbait has. Kind of similar to like a Booyah, I think it's the One Knocker is what they call it. It's just got like that low thud to it. Very interesting bait. And it's got a great paint job on it too. Again, probably wouldn't pick up specifically that color. I'd probably find more of like a bluegill or a baitfish kind of color, but that little blushing shad or bruised shad, whatever it's called, looks really good. Again, I like that little natural baitfish kind of profile and color for it. Then we have the Thunderhawk Buzz Toad, which again was that weird 3-piece buzzbait thing. Would not pick that thing up. I think it's just kind of weird. Not really my thing. The Googan Squad Zinger, I would pick up if I didn't have very many other options, which is kind of the same way the next one goes as well. But it's not my first choice. It's all right. I could make it work for sure. But if I had another option and another better option, then I would definitely take it. And then, like I said, same thing goes for this one, the Big Bite Bait Swimming Crawl. Like I said, it's a great little budget crawl if you guys don't have a ton of money or you just don't want to spend a ton of money on fishing stuff. I would definitely suggest the swimming crawls. They're decent. They're good on like a shaky head Texas rig. They do stand up a little bit better than your average crawl style bait. Again, just not really my thing. I tend not to fish those budget baits as much anymore. Just found myself leaning towards stuff that's a little bit, I guess, not really higher end, but more middle of the road, I guess, price range. Mustad hooks, obviously, I don't have an issue with, but I definitely wouldn't buy it if it was a 2-pack. That just seems like a waste for me. A 2-pack of hooks is, like I said, going to last you a day. Like, if you break off once, then you're pretty much screwed. Like, I don't see why they don't just add a full pack of hooks in a box or something like that. It's not like it costs them that much more or weighs that much more or anything like that. Then we got the Perfection Lures pre-rigged Nico kit. Obviously, I would not buy this thing. I think I ragged on this bait more than anything else in the box, except for maybe that Knuckle Bait, which I also did not like. But yeah, would not buy it, wouldn't buy it in that color, wouldn't buy it ever again. I don't like the hooks that come on it. I don't like the split rings that come on it. I don't really like the color or the action or anything like that. I certainly don't like the fact that it's going to cost you $9 to buy 6 worms. I think you could, like I said, do a whole lot better by going out and buying some Zoom finesse worms or trick worms, getting some little nails from the hardware store, and then just, you know, using a drop shot hook like a normal person. That way you got like 20 worms and a whole bunch of nails and stuff, and you don't really have to worry about going through all that much stuff. In the long run, it's definitely a lot better of an option for you. Plus, Zoom's got like 40 or 50 colors in their trick worms, and these guys I'm sure have like 6. So, I mean, if you're really looking for good colors, good selection, good stuff like that, and a good bang for your buck, I would definitely not go with those pre-rigged Nico kits. Then we got the Knuckle Bait, that little stupid black and blue spinnerbait that I'm never going to touch. It looks very dumb. Would not buy it. Have tried it, have thrown them, have bought them in the past. Wasted money. Do not buy them. And then the Roadside Minnows Apex Swim Bait. By the way, I went and did a little bit more research on the little break where I was doing some calculating, and it turns out that Roadside Minnows are actually a crappie company. They make crappie and panfish baits. So they're not really a bass fishing company at all. Their swim baits that are in this box aren't even up on their website. You have to go to a different website to buy them. So I really don't know. I don't know if they just did this for a one-time thing or what the deal is, but they're hard to find. They're expensive. I would not buy them. I would not go even looking for them. I wouldn't waste your time. So overall, out of the 11 baits that we got, I would pick up 2 of them readily. So 2 out of 11, which is not great. I think if I got a 2 out of 11 on a test, my parents would probably be pretty upset with me. Again, 2 baits that I would pick up are the Lucky Craft Moonsault, that medium diving crankbait, and then the X-Site Baits Xb1, which is that square bill. Other than that, again, I had a couple ones in there that I would probably pick up if I really had no other option, but most of the stuff I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. But again, I don't want this to sound like I'm ragging on Mystery Tackle Box or Shop Craws or anything. I just wanted to give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions on these boxes. I feel like a lot of the people who open these boxes are either paid to do so, or they work with them, or they have some sort of affiliation or something to them. And since I'm pretty unbiased as far as most things go in the fishing industry, I figured it would be a good idea for me to go through this and give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions. So yeah, that's my honest thoughts and opinions on this box. Again, super big shout out to my brother for picking this up for me. I know I kind of made it sound like I wasn't appreciative of this gift the whole way through. Makes it sound like I didn't want any of this stuff or didn't like any of this stuff. Honestly, I, again, probably wouldn't pick up a lot of this stuff myself, but now that I have it, I obviously have a chance to try a lot of the stuff that maybe I don't personally think that I'd like as much. But yeah, Miles, if you're watching this, again, thank you so much for getting this for me. Super big shout out to you. I really appreciate it. I know it sounds like I didn't in the bit, but I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you giving me such a nice Christmas present and spending your hard-earned money on me. It means a lot, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with all this stuff, and I will see you guys on the next one. I really hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button down below and subscribe if you want to see some more from me. But I think this video's probably gone on for way too long, so I'm gonna cut it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check and wreck 'em. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.